Hey guys, last fan of the night.
Last fan of the night.
So for behind the scenes content and other cool footage, go to patreon.com/dspiffy. What we have here is a RickBlender.
Yes, that's right.
These are called Blenderfans because they look like a blender with blades on the bottom. The technical name would be Emerson Heat Fan, Emerson Casablanca series, or Emerson Universal series. These are from '79. We call them RickBlenders because this is Rick's favorite version. Yeah. 4-blade K63 with the smooth flywheel.
Yeah. And I even explained, Skylar thought it had to be like 52-inch K63, and I told him, no, I have a small RickBlender, the little one.
Yeah, you can be either size to be a RickBlender, correct.
Yeah, that's what I told him, with the tapered flywheel.
As long as it has the correct flywheel, then because the flywheel, defines everything else, because there's no 3-bladers with this flywheel.
No. There's
no plastic bladers with this flywheel unless there was a weird part swap, which it happens, but not. In theory, there's no plastic bladers with this flywheel. There's no K55s with this flywheel. So the only options with this flywheel are either switch housing or no switch housing. And with the switch housing, it becomes a RickBlender.
Yeah.
So this is actually, we have happened upon a cache of RickBlenders. We tested 6 in the past, and now we have 2 more to test for a grand total of 8.
Yep.
Which I think is, it's cool, but it's not nearly enough. We need more. So we will be looking for more RickBlenders, but in the meantime, 8 RickBlenders is a pretty cool amount of RickBlenders.
Yes, it is.
And so, anything you want to say, Pete? Oh, this is my second favorite Blenderfan variation. The Dan blender is the same as also the metal blender, which is the 3-blade version of this very fan. 3 blades, K63, fiberglass.
But the flywheel, of course, has...
Flywheel is different because they introduced the stepped flywheel for the 3-blade version.
Yep.
Anything you want to add, your metalness?
Well, definitely. I can't call it malaise because it performs so good. That's the thing. Usually I thought malaise means it performs terribly.
Maybe. I don't know enough about that culture to say. But I do know that these are, of course, great performers, and we'll get to test that today. Speaking of which, so it is set to low.
That's right. So this has got the high off, low off chain.
0.76 on low. It's a pretty fast low. It's really more like a medium speed.
Oh yeah, these always were that.
Yeah. Let's see here. 68 watts, power factor of about 3/4. Anything, would you want to bother to test any of the speed or airflow on low, or wait till high?
Wait till high.
Okay. And we'll say it moves as much air on low as many fans do on high. It's definitely giving me, it's pretty cold in here. Let's put it that way.
Yep.
Okay. What's next?
Well, bringing it to high.
Okay. Well, you should try and reach that pull chain, but I don't know if you're going to be able to do it.
Yep.
You got to try first, remember?
Yep. Well, I'm just getting it ready.
Okay. Getting what ready? We don't know yet. We haven't solved our problems yet.
Okay. All right.
He's going to try to reach the pull chain. Oh, dear. Oh, no. And then what do you say?
This is the worst day of my life.
Well, buy fan stick.
Yes, fan stick.
We were commenting the other day when Rick and Andy and I were here testing fans. Did you watch the commercial for the socket fans?
No.
Oh, you got to see it. It's the real Emerson commercial. It's not like a...
Okay.
It's interesting how once you get past a certain year, these seem to perform pretty consistently. This is 148, which is pretty standard for a 79. That is flying. It is freezing. It is 135 watts, literally 3/4 power factor. And let's find out how it does on the old testaroos.
Okay. $887.
Okay.
Actually, go with $890.
$890, got it.
Oh, actually, no. Reading it wrong. 870, 870. It's like 869.7, so 870.
Okay. Yeah, that would be about 218.
Uh-huh. It seems faster than that.
It does seem faster than that, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, now here I got 889. Or 890. Go with 890.
That would be 223.
Yeah, I mean 4 blades.
Yeah, the 50. Keep in mind this is a larger fan than the last fan we tested.
Yeah.
So it's gonna seem faster even if it's going the same speed.
Yeah. Okay.
Next up, the CFM. You want to show your masterpiece?
Yes.
This is the metal masterpiece. It is a fine work of art. You can show this at fine museums nationwide. This is the list of surface areas based on standard fan sizes.
Yep.
So we will be needing that to calculate the CFM. We're going to use the vane anemometer to, thank you, kind sir.
Yep.
I'm starting to remember these. 56 is the easy one because it's right around 17. 17.1 technically. The rest of them are a little more.
Okay. As far as... Six 629.
It's funny, I think we've measured exactly 629 on another Blenderfan.
Yep.
Yeah, that is 9,278, which is right on par with Blenderfans. They're all right in the low 9,000s.
Yep.
And man, it's freaking cold with that thing on.
Yes. It's time for spin down.
I think we could spin it down. You know, that RickBlender looks really good there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, of course, you know where I saw these as a kid. Farm and Fleet.
Oh yeah, and the Waukesha one still has them.
Still does. Unfortunately, the Madison one, they're long gone. But
and you also know that the Waukesha one has a combination of comfort breezes.
It does. It's quite the unusual install.
It is, but it's cool.
Do me a favor, while we're waiting for it to spin down, turn that wall light on again. I just want to see something.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so how much trouble would... Nah, probably too much trouble. I was going to say, what we should do, and I think either you or Rick suggested this, we should put a pull chain on that strip light right there, because I think if this light was on, it would be good. That one is behind the fan. So that one right there, on the other hand, that one's probably... Okay.
And usually I know these things not for starting real low, like about maybe 4 if you're lucky, but...
How lucky do you feel?
I'm gonna give it a go with 4. Usually I'll expect 5.
Okay, well I'll say 5 then. Between the two of us, one of us will probably get it.
Okay.
This seems like a pretty solid standard performer.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Oh, that's gonna keep going. That's not stalling at this point. I really picked up.
Yep.
And here's 5. 6.
Yeah. I mean, I don't miss it because I got to enjoy it for so many years, and we've honestly done cooler things since then. But I really liked that organ shop attic install
Oh yeah.
with one RickBlender, one Dan blender, and one gold line,
Yeah, that
and the
is.
louvered fluorescence. I mean, what else could you want?
Yeah, that is definitely a good. And there, oh yeah, and don't forget the few preheats up there too.
Yeah, there were some preheat shop lights, and I'm trying to remember what else I had up there. Definitely the
A
preheat.
barn light.
Oh yeah, one barn light, and then all those other hidden fluorescent lights for filming purposes.
Yes.
Lot of great fan test days out there.
Yes.
Rick missed out on that.
Yeah, he did. But the thing is, you were saying like summer just was so hot up there.
Summer was pretty unbearable there, and so was winter. Now, had I known, I could have got a small version of the heater we have here and set that up there for winter, and that probably would have made winter a piece of cake.
That or one of my heaters in there, those would have done just as well. They do really good in that enclosure. I think they would have done just as well. Cause
I mean,
they would have been silent, and those actually put out a lot of heat.
Yeah. I did okay with the electric heaters,
right?
But it took 2 or 3 of them, and even then, if it was below 0, you just couldn't be there.
Right. Yeah, I only had one heater, and and like you were saying, below 0, I felt that way about this enclosure. I'd just be wasting kerosene.
Yeah.
There comes that point. Here is 7. And 8.
Crunch, 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 crunch. I was trying to see. Don't mind me. I'm just keep going with the video. I just want to see how easy it's gonna be to try something.
9. I already know these are good with an 8, 12, 20.
Yeah.
10.
Wasn't me. I didn't do it.
What you trying to do?
I was gonna see if I could pull the bulbs out of that light and see if it's actually better with the light or not.
Okay.
Because then if we know if it's not better, then we know, is the light gonna come on with only one bulb? Yeah, it will. Well, first of all, is that better or worse?
I'm not behind the camera.
Yeah.
That is. Oh, I think that's worse.
Okay, let me take the other bulb out. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Okay. I can't really turn it back off. Barely a difference.
Barely a difference?
Yeah. That's like no difference at all.
Okay, well, we tested the hypothesis. There's no real reason.
Yeah. 10. And here's 11. And 12.
Crunch, 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 crunch.
Perfect low medium. 13. 14. 15.
I'm just still experimenting. Don't mind me.
16.
I think it's actually better with the light from upstairs. I wasn't in front of the camera to see, but
18. 19. And 20. Okay. 22.
Reminds me of going to the eye doctor. Better or worse?
Oh yeah.
Better or worse?
There's 25.
Seems like quite
that's over.
a little bit over. I think I'm going to leave it like this for the rest of the video just so we can compare.
Uh-huh.
Because, actually, do me a favor.
What?
Once you come back down, turn those upstairs lights off. I want to look at in the viewfinder while we're doing that.
Okay. Okay.
One more time. You want to look?
Let me see. I did not.
Off.
Turn them back on.
One more on.
On is actually better.
Okay, we'll do that for now.
It does shed a little more light towards the side of it.
Yeah.
I actually like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something to think about for the future because when we have the whole upstairs on, it does. Well, let's see where we're at with voltage. No, we're still okay on voltage, 121. So
That's pretty much.
yeah, that's fine for now. Okay.
Variable solid state. And I know these for being a bedroom to silent.
Which one you gonna guess? I'll take the other one.
I'm going to go with silent.
I'll go with bedroom then.
Since mine is pretty silent. That's
Very low end of bedroom.
yeah. It's like almost silent.
Almost silent.
That's pretty much what mine does.
That's a yeah. That's
And
a.
I put it on solid state. And these are, these are on solid state a lot of places.
Of course.
Churches.
Do we want to do a low speed test on this one, or have we done that at enough of them already?
I think we've done that.
Okay. Yeah, I know, because if you ever want, I mean, I'm less likely to put it on a 3-speed pull chain and more likely to
Use a solid state.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like every time I see, like, say, the inside of a church with, a wood ceiling,
Yep.
slats and beams.
Yep.
Blenders. And
Of course.
Especially if there aren't fans, I'm like, they need
They
some
should.
blending.
Yeah, we got to get some blending going here. Okay, what do we got left to do?
0 to high.
0 to high. Well, I think we know where this is going to be, right?
Yes. I know these for getting a big inrush. Pretty much. But I put this fob purposely for fan stick.
It worked very well.
Yeah,
Nicely done.
I don't know. I think this came off of my one weird light kit.
It looks like a Homestead fob is what it looks like.
Yeah, probably is.
But I'm sure other brands used it.
Yeah. But it looks also like a Dayton Lasco.
A little bit.
But brass instead
That's
of...
true. Dayton Brasco.
Yeah. Okay, 0 to high. I said big inrush.
You did. So I'll go with small, but I think you're right. It is usually big. Oh, wait. This is another no inrush, looks like. What did this draw on high?
I didn't even look 1 point.
4 or 8, I thought. Is it going to climb or is it going to drop? If it drops any, then it's... No, I think this is a no inrusher.
Interesting.
We do see that on occasion with K63s.
Yeah.
Especially the ones that don't start, like the ones in Casablancas that start real low also are more likely to have a big inrush, I think.
Yeah, all the ones, the smaller K60.
Yeah.
That are like, I know they're usually 1.2 amps.
Yep. Well, I could pretty much guess how this scores on the Rick test and the metal test.
Yes.
I have a feeling that it scores pretty high.
I would say the avocado appliance.
Yep, and Cannibal Corpse.
Death metal.
Death
black.
metal. Anything else? We gotta thank our sponsors.
Yes, we do have to thank our sponsors, especially
Fanstick.
That's right.
So where do you go to find out more about Fanstick, Pete?
buyfanstick.com.
And fanstick.biz, and for their subsidiary lightstick.biz. Also, what if your fan stick is just not long and stiff enough?
Well, go to buyfanstickxxx.com
for Florida fan stick, which is now 69% longer and harder.
Yep.
What if you're hungry?
There's Taco Burrito Mexico.
You can get a taco, a burrito, or even a Mexico.
Yes.
Now, what if you need something to wash that down?
Oh, a Sperry.
A little bit more in frame. Yeah, go ahead.
It's very good.
Okay, so what if you wanted to eat those things and chew loudly, and you also needed to control speeds?
The 81220.
81220 LLC, where our motto is crunch, 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 crunch.
Then,
What if you needed something manufactured, but your standards aren't very high?
the Good Manufacturing.
Good manufacturing company. Fun game you can play with your friends.
Rick or Sheep.
And I think that's everybody, right? You go to rickorsheep.com, by the way. You can legitimately play Rick or Sheep. Is that everybody?
That is for you.
Oh, you got, okay. Well, what do you mean by for me? You got one?
Well, I got ones for my videos.
Well, go right ahead and throw them in there.
Well, first of all, there is the PowerMate Canister Vacuum Company, where one motor isn't enough, you need two.
That's a good sponsor.
And now I tried to explain to you what that is. Well, there's that Electrolux there that's
Yes.
got exactly that.
You have explained to me about the vacuums many times.
And then there is Jonas Organs and Doorbells. They're marvelous and magnificent.
That's a great company. I would support that company any day of the week and twice on Sundays.
Oh, yes. And we got Reese's Pizza. Be sure to eat your pizza.
Does Jonas know you're shouting about in your videos?
No.
You should make sure you tell him. I'm sure
I
he'd be
just
very
started
flattered.
with that.
He would be very flattered. I'm sure Reese knows.
Yeah.
But Jonas would be highly flattered.
Well, he gets mad at Connor for saying that. Hey, I ate my pizza.
How about eat your vegetables? How about that?
Oh.
Not metal. No. Okay.
Not Rick neither.
Rick, yes. Rick also needs to eat his vegetables.
Well,
What else we got?
and we got My Kid's Obsession. If your kid has some strange, or you can learn that it ain't so bad to have such an obsession, and learn that your kid's not the only one that may like fans and vacuums.
That's a very long slogan.
But you're getting the idea. I'm just trying.
Yes, you're workshopping it is what they would call it.
I am.
Yeah.
That's.
By the way, I have the
There is a Muskegon place called Pizza and Sub.
Pizza and Sub. Yes, we've talked about Pizza and Sub.
Food and beer down in Florida. That was an actual tavern place. Kind of like Taco Burrito Mexico.
Taco Burrito Mexico. What was I gonna say? I lost it. It doesn't matter. Yeah, go ahead. 'Cause I forgot already.
I think that's all of the sponsors.
That's a lot of sponsors. So we better be getting big sponsorship deals here. Yeah, I was gonna say something else, but it's gone. So as always, continue to support Metal Pete, myself, and the others. And one really easy way to do that. Well, two ways to do that. First of all, patreon.com/dspiffy. But then secondly, what's another way they can support our sponsors?
Bye.
Bye, Fanstick. Thanks for watching.